What's up, Vince Vintage? If you go on Sneako's Rumble, he's been chatting it up with Nick Fuentes. Oh man, that's not good. That's even worse. You know, I feel dude, it's crazy because I honestly don't think that Sneako should have gotten banned. I do think that I think a lot of the manosphere is it's a very toxic mentality and ideology to have. I will say though that now that he's banned though, it's just going to push him to be further radicalized. But the problem is that he already kind of was going in that direction. Before his ban, he was already speaking like a lot of COVID conspiracy. I understand the skepticism around COVID. I just want to be explicitly clear. I didn't get vaccinated until like I had to. My wife had to get vaccinated for work, and then I was like, I'll do it with you. I was skeptical. It felt like the vaccine came out very quickly. I was a little apprehensive. I don't think that it's a wrong thing to be apprehensive. But he's going on and talking about the statistics, or rather, he's like misspeaking on the statistics, like proposing a lot of conspiracy theories, just deciding not to like listen to anything that's going on. Because then also on the flip side, I have an uncle who passed away to COVID. You know, so I mean, like, you know, it was a very complicated time. It happened very quickly. There was a lot of stuff going on, but that's not even like the worst of it. The worst of it is like the Jewish conspiracy theories, the incredible charitability to Nick Fuentes, where Nick Fuentes will say that Black and Hispanic people are biologically like inferior. Because, you know, biologically, not bring up any social factors. And then Sneako going, he didn't agree, but he's like, well, I'll have to look into, can you send me some studies on that? Which is bizarre. So when it comes to like a social narrative that's diminishing to like him and his family, he's like, yeah, give me more info. But when it comes to COVID, he will throw out objective COVID statistics and be like, this statistic is wrong. Why wouldn't you carry the same energy? You know, I think that he's just like anti-mainstream, and he's been going into like a very negative way. It's crazy. I'm surprised Fresh and Fit is still on YouTube. What they say isn't too different. That's true. But you know what? I don't know. Like, listen, I know people are going to be upset with this one. I don't hate Fresh and Fit. I disagree with them a lot. I disagree with a lot of the shit that they say, but I don't actually like hate Fresh and Fit. I think that they try to be as honest as possible, to be honest with you. And I think I can respect that fundamentally, even if I think that their worldview of the manosphere is actual cancer to society and the minds of young men. But Sneako's a very unintelligent, disrespectful person. You know what I mean? So, you know, just being honest with you. I disagree with the shit. I hate manosphere, but they're, you know, hey, you know. Real respect's real, am I right? Yeah, Fresh and Fit is based. I don't think that they're quite based. I just think that they are not disrespectful. Somebody said, how do I show? And I think that's a big thing for me, is like respect is really big for me. So like if somebody's respectful, I tend to be more charitable to them in general. Anyway, guys, so here we go. We got Sneakles. Oh my god. Hey, we got Sneakle's final message. Yeah, he's been banned on YouTube. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that he went on and talked to like Andrew Tate and Andrew Tate Jr., Tristan Tate. I do also think that it had to do with Brandon Buckingham, though. I do. I still am going to maintain that. After that came out, Sneako privated his stuff. I think that people, after seeing that video, realized the hypocrisy, realized that Sneako did leverage a false claim against Brandon. And like, I think that was like an additional bit. I don't think it was all of it, but I think it was impactful. And I think it caused Sneako to kind of like get some negative heat, because that's what a lot of this happens, is like, you know, mass reporting and whatnot. And then the chips just kept falling. Obviously, he had already had some strikes before that for different like forms of misinformation. I think possibly like some of the anti-Semitism of bring up like the Jewish question, et cetera, et cetera. So without further ado, let's go.
After nearly a decade of dedicating my life's work to YouTube.com, they terminated all of my channels.
All right, let's see if there's anything there. They just said that he violated copyright stuff, or the community guidelines, didn't get anything. Isn't that one of the problems, though? They're never very explicit about why, you know?
For those of you that don't know, before I started live streaming 3 months ago, I amassed 1 million subscribers on my main channel called Sneako, doing artistic, creative, funny videos with the motto of seeking truth through funny. I started in middle school taking the...
And then he just kind of fell off so hard. You know, I don't know. This is the thing. There's two different perspectives here. I don't know if it was that Sneako just lost to the intelligence. That's what most people feel. That he just decided to be unintelligent. I don't know. You know, it wasn't necessarily what he was saying, but it was the way he was saying it. It was the disrespectful attitude he would say things with. It was the lack of critical thinking. He would just kind of scream and blurt out. Even the most devoted Sneako fans would criticize him for not listening when he was having conversations or just being like incredibly obnoxious. And so there might be some truths to Sneako. But he certainly doesn't know how to express it. Or it's possible that once he went from doing curated content where he would like cut it up and he had a lot of editing time and post-production to go like, to look at himself afterwards, maybe it just turned out that maybe he wasn't as deep or intelligent as he used to be. Maybe he flanderized himself, or maybe once he switched to like content on the stream, like maybe it turned out he wasn't as fleshed out as people had thought. Maybe he was just able to put on a particular persona of being somebody with critical thinking skills through his editing or somebody else's editing. If both of those are possible, could be a little bit of both, you know? But it's unfortunate.
The bus home and then uploading.
Or maybe he just copied Tate so much that he just like completely. Maybe he's just a flanderized version of Andrew Tate.
My Call of Duty commentaries, evolving to my famous series called the 1 Minute Podcast, where I was interviewing people on the streets of New York City. Then when I started live streaming on my second channel, Sneako, I quickly grew to 850,000 subscribers in a summer. They had to do something. The theme of my live streams was labeled,
what does that mean?
1,000 subscribers in a summer. They had to do something.
Oh, I think he's suggesting that like he was blowing up so fast they had to stop him because he's like some kind of anti-New World Order person. Okay.
The theme of my live streams was labeled as Red Pill, which a lot of people on the internet misconstrue as some pickup artist, misogynistic, women hating.
Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, you. That's how you show it to be. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to be an asshole. You literally said you don't respect women to me on a conversation. And so, like, yeah, that's how it's being presented because that seems to be what it is. Right? The good aspects of it, of teaching men to be strong and whatnot, they might exist in there, but they're flooded out by that being on top of being negative towards women, right? Like, why can't you just take the good part of the red pill of like, I think men should stay strong and be protectors of women, et cetera, et cetera. But I don't think that women are less than. I don't think that men should cheat on women. You know, I think that, hey, this is the thing that I think that the biggest problem with the red pill is that people, okay, fundamentally, if I really break it down, I think red pill believes two things: that there's a specific role for men in society and a specific role for women in society, right? Issue number one is they think all men should be that way and all women should be that way, and they should be respected less if they aren't that way. But issue number two is that they think that the contributions from men in society, or in relationships are probably a better way to say it, are greater than the contribution from women in like relationships in society. Even though those things are they are generally different, but they should be valued similarly. For instance, a traditional relationship, a man gets up, goes to work, provides like financially for his kids, and he protects his wife if it needs to be. A woman, she stays home, she births the kids, takes care of the kids, takes care of the house. Right? These two things, I think that a lot of people in traditional ideologies, they think that that thing from the women is less than. But it's not less than, it's just a different contribution. And I think that's the problem, is like people who believe in like the traditional ideology, they think that that's somehow less than. But it's not. It's just different. It's just a different thing. It's just, and collectively, we need those because men, there's also more, it's more complicated that men need emotional support from women. Women need emotional support from men. There's a lot of things that go into this. And I think that's fundamentally what it is. It's a lot of guys in a very male dominated sphere that are like, yeah, the things that men do are better than things that women do. Men can be better at things, obviously like sports, you know, and being smart. No, I'm just kidding. But like sports for sure. There's physically domineering over women, but there's things that women can do. Like honestly, I think that women tend to be better at like compassionate roles, right? Like look at the more like women's oriented roles in like the workforce, like nurses. Imagine we didn't have nurses, and men can be nurses, of course, just like women can be like doctors or mechanics and whatnot. But like the emotional, like bro, okay, I talked about this like another time on another video I did. But like when you go to the hospital, I go to the hospital. Usually the first person you see is a bunch of like female nurses, and if they're They're not just there to like take your blood and to like give you medication and whatnot. They're there to monitor you 24/7. Basically, they get overworked and underpaid, in my opinion. And then like their bedside manner is profoundly impactful on like imagine you're in the hospital for some shit like a heart problem, and the nurse is a piece of shit. You're gonna have a bad time. But if she's more concerning or she's more concerned for you and more accommodating to you and she's nicer to you, that'll give you a better overall experience. It's a massively stressful experience to be in the hospital for something like that. Right? So that's the point that I'm trying to make.
When in reality, the analogy comes from the movie The Matrix when Morpheus offers Neo the red pill or the blue pill.
Thank you so much.
The red pill meaning the truth.
Yeah. But like you're not speaking the truth. You think you are. Everybody thinks they're speaking the truth. But so just let's be very clear.
Beginning of my streaming, the mantra I kept repeating to my chat was that freedom of speech is dead, and if they censor it, it's true. And since then, they got me.
And that's a very dangerous thing to go down to. That fundamentally is just like a bad idea. Freedom of speech isn't the way. Like, listen, when we say freedom of speech is dead, freedom of speech isn't dead, but we have to understand that like these social media platforms have their ability to monitor some speech. Absolutely. Freedom of speech is not absolute. That's what we should be saying. It's not absolute. There are things that you can say that will hurt you. Like if I start screaming the N-word right now, I'm going to be gone. But you'd be okay with that. We understand that there is censorship that as a society and as a collective, we're like okay with. But that doesn't mean that just because because what he's saying is that if I shout the N-word right now, like that's what he's saying.
Is that freedom of speech is dead, and if they censor it, it's true.
If I start saying black people are N-words and they fucking ban me, that means it's true by his logic. I just want to be explicitly clear. It's a bad fundamental ideology that he's promoting. It can be a slippery slope, but like fundamentally, just because some speech is censored doesn't make it true. Okay? It's just not the truth. Freedom of speech it can be very limited in like online spaces. That's the reality. In some ways, it's good. Like I don't think anybody wants like white supremacists going around speaking any like disparaging things or like shit like that. We understand that. It can go a little too far. Of course. Right? Like with the COVID misinformation, I felt like they over-policed that. I understand that they did it because we had an epidemic where millions and millions of people were dying. So I understand that. Right? But, like, it doesn't mean that just because it's censored means that it's true. It's bad because this 100% contributes to Sneako's ideology of just being anti-mainstream. And it's not good to be pro-mainstream or, like, all in on mainstream. And it's also not good to just be completely contrarian to mainstream. Because then you're not thinking. If you're just going, oh, it's a mainstream idea, that's good, then you're a sheep. If you're going, oh, it's a mainstream idea, it's bad, you're a sheep. You have to understand. When you sit down and think about it and go like, how does this compare to like my personal moral, reality or my moral foundation rather? That's when you're thinking. That's when you're starting to think. Okay.
And since then, they got me for 3 strikes, and that's why they terminated everything, not just my second channel, but my main channel and any fan channel with my name in it. Not only that, but I'm going to pursue legal action against Google for freezing 120,000 of my dollars because they terminated my account when they felt like it.
Well, they should give him his money. I'll agree to that. They should definitely give him his money. He earned his money. When they banned me on TikTok, they owe me like $10,000 or something. They never paid me. I'm suing you, TikTok. Give me my money out of my creator fund.
Them banning me proves what I'm saying right.
No, it doesn't.
Freedom of speech is dead. Nobody cares about the truth anymore.
So like freedom of speech again, it's not like you can say whatever you want. There's going to be limitations.
Me proves what I'm saying right. Freedom of speech is dead. Nobody cares about the truth anymore.
That's not the truth. I don't think that he cares. This is the thing. Again, we were talking earlier. I don't think he cares about the truth. Again, it's all anti-mainstream. Like we were saying before. I said this earlier in the segment, rather. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of editing on the actual thing. But anyway, we were saying earlier is that like when Sneako is confronted with like objective COVID statistics that have been measured, that millions and millions of people across the world have died. Sneako's idea is like, that's not true. It's all conspiracy. Conspiracies are fundamentally not factual. You have to understand this. But then when he's confronted with an out-of-context wrong statistic that Black and Hispanic people are less intelligent biologically, his says, well, can I see the statistics on that, Nick Fuentes? Because that's an anti-mainstream idea. It's a pro-mainstream idea to acknowledge COVID was bad. There are areas where they were going a little too far with it. It's annoying. I have to wear a fucking mask at the doctor still, but whatever. It's not a big concession. Okay. But saying that black and Hispanic people, that they are less intelligent, that's anti-mainstream. So that's an idea he can get his idea on with. He can think about that one. Oh, so it's anti-mainstream, so maybe it's true. That's the problem with his ideology. He's just anti-mainstream. It's not good. It's really not good.
And you can see why from my strikes. My first community guidelines warning was for COVID misinformation. My first strike was for election misinformation. My third one was for nudity, and then they said, you know,
What was the nudity one? What?
you know what, that's too obvious. We'll remove that one. Then I flew to Bucharest, Romania.
Oh, I guess he contested it.
To meet with Andrew Tate and be on his podcast, and they hit me with the cyberbullying strike for a viral video that was uploaded 2 months ago. If it's not obvious,
What's that? Yeah, okay.
anything can be labeled as cyberbullying and anything can be labeled as harassment.
I wonder if it's the video that Nick is Not Green was pushing. I don't know. But okay. And I could be wrong. But there was a video that he had pushed out about Sneako from a month ago.
Hey, this is not
where Sneako was being very sexually suggestive against this content creator named Chad. Now, they tried to maintain that it was basically simulating sexual assault. I disagree with that. But it certainly was sexual harassment. So I wonder if this is the video he's referring to. Because I could see why they'd give him a strike for this. If you watch what Sneako is actually saying in this video, even though I disagree with the framing of Nick is Not Green for it, he's saying warning graphic depictions of sexual assault. That's not what it was. It was Sneako being like, feminists basically just need some real good dick in them. And then he started simulating, giving what he would consider good dick. I'm assuming I'm assuming he got that out of watching other people fuck his girlfriend. But anyway, that could have been it because it was very sexually suggestive, and I can totally understand why they would remove that. I could totally understand why they would. I could agree with their removal of the video or giving him a strike on that, even though I don't think it's a depiction of sexual assault. So I can understand that. That might have been what it is. So if that's the case, you kind of deserve it. You know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna play it just in case that is the video. I don't want to get banned or something. You can watch it yourself.
So I posted a YouTube short on my main channel saying, hey guys, I can't stream for 2 weeks. I'll see you soon. And YouTube hit me with the circumvention strike, and that's how they were able to delete everything off the platform. Even though there's channels right now who have done the same thing. Hey guys, I can't stream because I have a strike. I'll see you soon. It's an excuse. There's no consistency with the rules. They attack people who are going against their agenda. All the YouTubers that are celebrating me being banned
It's funny enough, he's doing the same thing to other people as well.
right now have proved my point as well. They are so brainwashed and programmed that they can't comprehend the fact that celebrating the banning of another YouTuber is sick. Well,
I don't think it's sick. I personally wouldn't. Listen, bro, here's the thing. When I got banned off of TikTok, people celebrated. And you know what? I get it. It's not sick. It's not sick. It feeds into that fuck you kind of a thing. But it's not sick. Okay? I get it. I was a fucking dickhead. I don't think I deserve to be banned, by the way. Especially since I was changing my ways before the ban. But I get it, because I was a fucking asshole sometimes. So people are like, yeah, fuck this guy. It's like, what am I supposed to say? Of course. I was an asshole. It's not sick. It's normal. I don't know what you want me to tell you. It's not like he's using the word sick to really emotionally load it. It's like, he's so sick. No, what's sick is falsely claiming somebody threatened to rape your girlfriend, Sneako. That's sick. You're a sick fuck. That's why I think you deserve this ban. For that. Because that's some scum fuck shit. You talk about how women should be arrested for false accusations, you dumb motherfucker did the same thing. So it's not sick. I think you deserve it, even if that wasn't explicitly the reason why they did it. Okay? It's sick that people are celebrating my... Shut up. It's not fucking victimhood. It's so sick. You know what's sick? A kickflip. That's fucking sick.
Well, I mean... I tried to warn him. And yeah, YouTube. I mean, look, it's YouTube's website. They can do whatever the fuck they want. If he broke TOS, then that's an L for him. But I warned him. I told him, he was moving mad.
a lot of
Wait a minute. Hold on.
all the YouTubers that they can't comprehend the fact that celebrating the banning of another YouTuber is sick.
Wait, that was the clip that he was using as somebody celebrating his ban? All KSI was saying here was yo, bro, he was going a little too far. I warned him, and YouTube can do what they want. It's their platform. That's not celebrating anything. That's just him being bro, hey, saw the writing on the wall, brother. You should have just toned it down. This is his best representation of showing that somebody is celebrating his ban. Do you know how to interpret information? Wow, incredible. I just tough take on that one there, Sneako.
I warned him. I told him, like, he was moving mad. He was moving mad.
He was moving mad. KSI was 100% right there. Hey, I was warning the guy. He didn't take my advice, and now he's got banned. And you know, YouTube, they can do what they want. Where the fuck are we talking about? Where the fuck are we talking about celebration?
A lot of these booster shot, indoctrinated, brainwashed YouTubers are trying to take credit for the fact that I'm banned, when in reality, it's bigger than you. The government is watching me. The senator of Michigan played my clip of a stream in the committee. The chair of Homeland Security said that I'm a domestic threat and that I'm encouraging violence.
So that we all understand
Let's see it.
exactly the type of extremist content we are discussing today, and I'd like to take a moment to show a few examples. If you check
Oh wow, Sneako got onto the government.
the screen.
What really
What was that? Wait, what? Where's the rest of it? What's the context happening here? Wait. Is there more? Hold on.
Motivated real-world violence. So that we all understand exactly
Because not for nothing, Nick Fuentes was in that clip. So I feel like my first thought is it's Nick Fuentes. He's on like an actual watch list.
type of extremist content we are discussing today, and how challenging this problem is to tackle. It's clearly a challenge. I'd like to take a moment to show a few examples, if you'd check the screen.
Wait, so it says white nationals making anti-Semitic... This is about fucking Nick Fuentes! It's about Nick Fuentes! Bro, Sneako is the side character pretending to be the main character. What a cope, bro. He cut the first 3 seconds of the clip?
So that's a huge part of the problem globally is shadow banning.
Who's behind it? And even then, the audio on here is terrible.
Oh my god, shut up.
Fucking government run you make it proper.
Oh, it's just a Sneako clip. I need it from somebody that isn't inside of, like, it doesn't have a fucking developmental disability. I don't want to see Sneako playing the clip. I need to see somebody, a normal person with an actual brain playing the clip. Oh no, we're not going to be able to find it, but it makes sense. Oh no.
When I talk about this stuff,
Oh, it's all Sneako bullshit. It's the misinformation campaign from Sneako.
we all know the government.
Oh my god. We can't even get the right information. Wait, Destiny clip played in Senate. Was this it? Well, it's from Reddit. It's not working. Wait. What's happening here? I can't find it. I'm shitting.
We all know the
No. Where's the clip?
Still.
Where's the clip? I honestly don't know if I can find the clip. The problem is I can't get it from Sneako because he's a really unreliable source of information. Like a really, really unreliable source of information on this. And so from what it sounds like, from the edited clip that we just read, this was about Nick Fuentes making a joke. You can see in a Destiny video, they watched together. Am I going to fish through that? I want to just see like the specific clip. Okay. Is it here? I'll scroll through this Destiny video and see if I can find the clip. Oh, they're playing it in... Okay. Wait, where are they playing it? Okay, it looks like they are playing it on the screen here. Yeah, give me a minute. I'm so sorry, guys.
Like the full...
Is this the clip that they're playing? Oh my god. Like, why can't you...
Gravest threats to our homeland.
Okay.
One of the gravest threats to our homeland
Not working
security.
Here, but...
You heard that?
What?
We heard the... Okay. He says extremist content on social media. Listen
I want to see what the guy. I don't care about Sneako's interpretation. It's always abysmal garbage. Dog shit.
One of the security.
But
We got let's listen.
Shut up.
Security. Terrorist attacks that mark one of the gravest threats to our homeland security. Despite these serious threats, I'm concerned that your companies have still not taken the necessary steps to limit.
I can't hear it if you're playing it.
Hateful.
You can't hear it?
No, I
Right click
can't hear
it and maybe turn the volume up or something, or
Yeah, Destiny, can you hear it?
I can hear it. Yeah.
Maybe light myself on fire. How's that?
Oh, maybe I'm just deaf.
Yeah, you can hear it?
Yeah, I can.
Let me just like reshare it. Hold on.
Yeah, I can't hear it.
I can't believe we're doing this right now.
If not, I'll just play it on my phone and mute
Extremist
myself.
content.
Oh wait, hold on. Wait, watch live Senate committee hearing on social media's impact on homeland security, September 14th. From September 14th, 2020. What's the
Yeah, I can't.
What's the timestamp? 4 hours and something minutes. Hold on. Is it here? We got to do like a zoom in.
On bipartisan investigation.
Bro, this is crazy. I'm actually shitting and farting right now. Wait. Wait. He found it. What an amazing guy Papa God is. What an amazing guy I am. I think I found it. Okay, we finally found it, guys. All right, it's more than just this one part. It looks like they're playing other stuff. That they're considering national security threats. So here it is. Here's where we're going. Here we go. White national Nick Fuentes making anti-Semitic remarks posted on YouTube August 18th, 2022. This dumb motherfucker, Sneako, is trying to convince us that the government's after him when it's specifically labeled Nick Fuentes. They don't care about him. He's a side character. He simply exists in the clip. He is irrelevant. Holy fuck. This guy is insane. Let's play it. All right, play. Come on, bro. You're ruining my momentum. I was feeling it. Government.
So that's a huge part of the problem globally is shadow banking.
Is shadow what?
That's a huge part of the problem globally is shadow banking.
Is he talking about Jewish people?
Well,
He's talking about like a shadow government.
we talked about the Sneako a lot of Jews.
There it is. There it is, motherfucker. He's promoting the Jewish conspiracy, or the conspiracy that Jewish people run the fucking world. They're talking about the consistent white nationalist and anti-Semitic individual, Nicholas J. Fuentes. You are a side character in this conversation. You are irrelevant, Sneako. You are irrelevant, brother. My brother in Christ. My brother in Christ. My brother of God. Shabbat Shalom. Do you guys remember The Hebrew Hammer? It's a pretty good movie. Holy dude, this is kind of sad. Like, listen, brother, not everybody's the main character, but when you pretend that you're greater than you actually are, that's the most embarrassing shit in the entire fucking world. That's embarrassing. The government's after me. No. The government's after Nick Fuentes because he's saying shit like that. That's dangerous. White supremacist. Well, I don't know if it's white supremacists because Jewish people. Oh, no, they're not white. According to Nick Fuentes, Jewish people aren't white. Sorry. Bro, this is so sad. This is you coping, pretending that the government's after you. Nobody fucking cares about you, bro. You're just kind of an antagonistic dick online. And like the government, they know who I am, Sneako. Bro, the government doesn't care about you. You're not white. Okay? The government doesn't care about you. You're not white, Sneako. Oh, the government only cares about white people. They only care about Nicholas J. Fuentes. They don't care about you. You're not white enough. Okay? There's your problem. Oh my god. And he cut out the clip too. Do you like how we cut it out? Look, this is what he shows people. This is what he shows people. They just show him dancing and pretending to like be like da 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 da. You know, I think that's what he's doing. It's hard to hear. But he doesn't even show the actual thing. He doesn't even show what actually happened. You see how he's fucking afraid to show you what's actually going on because he knows it doesn't make him look right. He looks wrong. He's wrong. He looks bad. He looks wrong, dude. Because he is wrong.
What really happened is Susan got a phone call from somebody on Epstein's Island saying, you need to get rid of this guy. He's growing too fast and he's exposing the truth. You need to get rid of him before he keeps waking people up. But
Bro, I've been saying this consistently. Sneako growing online has just made him look dumber. Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. You're a lol cow by the end, bro. You're a lol cow. Nobody took you seriously. You were just a joke by the end. What do you want me to tell you?
what they don't realize is that I don't need YouTube.com to go connect with people. YouTube is just a platform that I used. What I really need is my voice and a camera. And as long as I'm here, the audience will still be here too. I always knew that this was inevitable. When you start speaking the truth and you don't follow what they're saying, you don't believe in the feminist Black Lives Matter brainwashing bullshit, the liberal indoctrination, the he, him in your bio. If you don't follow that, you're a threat. The tactics that they use are very simple.
He's a threat.
And they do it over and over again. When somebody starts speaking the truth, they paint you as a racist, a human trafficker, a misogynist, anything that makes...
Nobody painted you as a human trafficker. People were saying that it was a little bit suspicious with the whole race shit. Again, we talked about this twice already in this video, where you were like, oh, let me see this. Oh, black people and Hispanic people are inferior biologically to white people. Oh, can I see more information, Nick Fuentes? Like, yeah, that wasn't good. Misogynist, you literally told me to my face you don't respect women. That's my face. It was over the internet. You said you're like, I don't respect women. You said this to me. What the fuck? That is, what do you want me to tell you? How else do I label that? What do you want me to tell you? Not for nothing. You want to know why this really happened? Because this motherfucker got babied by every single one of his fucking friends. I love these content creators. I do like them. I like Destiny. I like Abba. I like Gideon. They babied him. They treated him like a fucking kid. They treated him like an actual kid. He would say some wild shit, and they would sit down and they'd be like, you shouldn't be saying that, Sneako. And they gave him a tremendous amount of charity because of this content he used to make. I get it. But like, nobody talked to him like a fucking man. They talked to him like a fucking boy that was just making mistakes. This is the problem. Sneako never got treated like a fucking man in his entire life. He just got popular as a kid, and he just kept that mentality. That's what happens whenever you start getting rich and popular. That's the mentality you keep for the rest of your fucking life. It's insane. There's no more growth. That's the problem. People weren't being fucking real with him. They were telling him like the truth, but they were being super nice to him. With the shit that he was doing, if it was anybody else, they would have fucking stopped talking to him immediately. That's the truth. It's the fucking reality, bro. That's the reality. See, even this one. Look at this one. I love this comment in the chat. Somebody's like, Papa God is too sensitive. He's a dumb kid. He's 23 or 24 years old, brother. And you know what I mean? He's young, but when do you start to get treated like an adult? Yeah, you're proving my point, my man. My brother in Christ, brother. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just saying. You prove my point in your criticism of me. He's not a kid. He's a grown man. He's an adult. He's a kid to me. But when listen, when I was younger, let me tell you some really good advice that I got. I was younger. I remember somebody saying this to me. They said, listen, you're over 18 now. I know society might treat you like a kid in some ways, but the reality is that the second you're 18, other grown men, they're not going to treat you like a kid anymore. The dumb shit that you're saying online now, right? It was okay when you were 15, 16, 17, because they'll be like, it's just a dumb kid. Once you're 18, you start talking shit like that, you're going to get fucking smacked. It's a lesson I needed to learn. I heard that lesson. It's a good lesson. You know? I'm just saying. And Gideon's even younger than him, being even more mature than him. That's just the reality, brother. I'm just telling you.
People think that you're a bad person so that you don't listen to the message. A lot of people are blindsided to think that I'm a misogynist, when in reality, my philosophy is simple. Yeah. Men and women need each other. Women are very easily brainwashed right now, and men are getting weaker by everything we see on social media. They're pushing porn, they're pushing nonsense, they're pushing antidepressants on you. They want you to be dumber, weaker, slower, and they don't want you to hear the truth.
If you just pulled out the man and woman part about this, he could have like a really solid argument. This is the problem, that some of the things he says aren't like wrong. When he's like, yeah, I think porn is having a bad impact. I think social media fundamentally is like ruining the minds of some people. It's making them being focused on getting as many views as possible, which is a Sneako issue because he desperately wants to be fucking. That's the real thing, is he desperately wants to be fucking famous. But they're pushing views on people, or they're incentivizing doing everything you can to be famous and popular. It's glorifying mental health issues. It's making it so that people are pretending to have mental health issues and not getting the treatment, and basically stolen valor kind of a type of shit. Taking away attention from actual mental health problems. There are problems. It's constantly comparing yourself to people who only put out the best interpretation of their own lives, even though they're fucking miserable pieces of shit. You know what I mean? That's the reality, brother. But like the problem is he has to sprinkle in that, like, you know, he has to sprinkle. Why even bring up like men and women? You know what I mean?
They ultimately just want to keep complete control over you, and they do that by ruining the household from the inside out. I understand that saying this makes me a target, but I have never cared about money to that extent. What I really care about is human connection. That's why I did artistic videos for 9 years. I know that what I'm saying establishes a connection with my audience that a lot of people don't have. And a lot of them
It's called a parasocial connection.
are jealous. That's why they're celebrating right now. 2 YouTubers that I looked up to when I was a kid, H3, Ethan Klein, and KSI are both making fun of me when I got banned, even
Okay.
though they're
KSI's video wasn't that bad, you know what I mean?
YouTubers.
Shout out Sneako. We talked about Sneako, didn't we? Basically,
I haven't even like watched an Ethan thing in a while.
just a manosphere, red pill, woman-hating loser.
Want to be Tate?
Yeah,
Basically.
just another one, you know.
I mean, listen, you know, he's not. Is he wrong? You really are just a wannabe Tate. You can speak as positively as you want about what you're saying, Sneako, but the second Andrew Tate started hitting the scene, you started diving into that. You wanted to be like, that's the problem. It's like you wanted to be Andrew Tate, and I don't think you had any justifier for it. You were just like, this guy's cool, and you like nothing that you're saying. You didn't have an established mental idea. See, if I look at Andrew Tate, Ethan jump scare, yeah. If I look at Andrew Tate, at the end of the day, I can see him. I disagree with Andrew Tate, but I can see a guy that's trying to be genuine, a genuine guy. I don't hear anything from Tate that sounds performative. I think he actually believes what he's saying, even if I disagree with it. And I could sit down, I think I could have a conversation with Andrew Tate. That would be a fruitful, intelligent conversation because he believes what he's saying. When it comes to Sneako, he has no foundation for anything he's saying. He's just picking up the words from Andrew Tate without truly understanding them. That's it. That's it. That's the reality. And again, I said it earlier in the segment. I feel the same way about Fresh and Fit. I don't like the manosphere ideology. I think it's very disrespectful to women. But these are people who believe it, and they actually think about the way that they believe it. But you look at Sneako in any conversation, and he can never hold his own. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about in any conversation I've looked at. It's just the truth. He's not this profound figure. He's trying to martyr himself, and it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, bro.
Another off-brand, insecure man. So anyway, he got banned. So
it is true. I mean, he is an insecure man. I mean, he's very insecure about like the whole thing with his girlfriend. He's talked about it, and I know we should be more sensitive to it. And I normally would have been more sensitive to him watching his girlfriend get like railed, but since he's such a disrespectful asshole who doesn't care about anybody else and constantly talks in a disparaging way about mental health issues, like what energy do you expect to get back to you? I don't know what you want me to tell you. If you were, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing. The only thing we know about Sneako in a genuine way is that he genuinely got hurt by watching a woman that he loved get railed by other people. And now he is profoundly insecure because of that. And instead of trying to set reasonable, better boundaries with like his relationships and trying to, you know, move on from that scenario and be better, he just decides to advocate for fucking hating women. I don't even want to tell you.
see it.
See you, partners.
See ya, partner.
These are 2 YouTubers that before I even started YouTube, I looked up to as an example. And I saw them both sell their soul in real time.
And by the way, I want to be explicitly clear. It's incredibly easy to dunk on Ethan Klein. I just want to be very real. When I make my criticism of Ethan, I'm not going, I know I can dunk on this motherfucker easily. But I'm going to tell you, going after Ethan for anything is always easy mode, whether you want to believe it or not. There are genuine things to criticize him for, but it is easy mode because Ethan, it doesn't matter what you say about Ethan. People will be like, I hate that motherfucker. It's true. It's the reality. People hate him so much that like it doesn't matter what you say. So it'd be like, yeah, Ethan, see, he's it's just him pointing the finger at Ethan going, Ethan's bad, so I'm good by comparison. That's all it is, motherfucker. I feel like KSI is probably going down a similar path a little bit. But I don't really know too much about the guy. But it's the truth. And honestly, he's very dunkable, like a Dunkaroos. Frankly, it's almost at this point could be considered a conservative virtue signal to go after Ethan Klein. Ethan Klein bad is very easy to do. It's true. It's true. then part of it's because he ruined his own credibility, of course. So that's what happens. You know what I mean? Oh.
After they got canceled, and after the same people that are coming after me came after them, they sold out. They gave up their principles and they apologized. They changed their agenda and they say whatever the fuck is on Twitter trending.
So part of that might be true, but also like Ethan used to say the N-word. So do you think he should keep doing that? Like that, some of the stuff he did apologize. Some of it was genuine. I do think that he got lost in the sauce. I think he did get lost in the Twitter sauce a little bit, for sure. For sure. But I think that it came from a genuine place, generally speaking. He's like, yeah, I said some bad stuff. Probably shouldn't have done that. Feel bad. You know?
Deep down, they both know that they sold out because I know. I've been watching them for as long as they've been making videos. So when someone like me comes around, they attack me instead of the bigger system that's controlling us all. I'm not a bad person. I'm just trying to wake you up. And they're jealous of the fact that they should have done what I did. I haven't.
Then give me some more melatonin because I never want to wake up is what Sneako's talking about because he's just so fucking wrong.
Advantage as an advocate for free speech because I've grown up in real time on this website. And even though they're trying to erase it, the memory cannot be taken away from people's minds.
Yeah, no, it will be. I just want you to know you're very forgettable. I know that like this is a lot of cope speak. Guys, they'll never remember. Nobody's going to forget. My brother, if maybe a year from now, 2 years from now, the video essayists, the rise and fallers, the Sunny V2s, they're just going to be making a rise and fall of Sneako. The right opinion's going to have a rise and fall of Sneako. We're all going to look back and we're going to giggle. And that's going to be your memory. And I'm not saying that to be hurtful. I'm saying that because that's what's going to happen. I know that you want to be like this guy who had this profound impact. No. You know, Andrew Tate might have that, though I think people are going to kind of just forget about that guy. But you're not even a diet Andrew Tate because I prefer Diet Coke. Oh, you're like Thunder Cola. Right. That's what it is, brother. You're Diet Dr. Thunder. All right? That's all you are, brother. I'm just telling. I'm saying, dude. I'm just telling you.
I am exactly who I say I am, and people don't believe the lies like they have with all these other martyrs of free speech. I posted a list of names on my Instagram. Andrew Tate, Kanye West, Donald Trump, Alex Jones, Julian Assange, Edward Snowden.
I don't get the defense of Alex Jones, though. Like, I don't get the whole thing because this motherfucker's like the number one thing Jones is known for is like pushing the conspiracy theory that the victims of Sandy Hook was all set up, and then these parents got, bro. This is the thing I really like. Because listen, if you watch Alex Jones, you think he's like based. I don't really care about that, but I feel like people like to pretend that like the horrible thing that he did doesn't exist. He did a really horrible thing. He might have genuinely believed it. He might be so lost in the sauce that he genuinely believed it. But this guy got the victims. Kids were murdered by a shooter. And then after the family is already dealing with the massively premature death of their own child, of their own baby, basically, he sent waves of his fans to harass them by saying that it was just a government conspiracy. And you know what? If you want to be like, yeah, he believed it. He might have actually believed it. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, it was all for money. I don't know. He might have believed it. But bro, think about it. Imagine your child died, or imagine someone in your family died. And then what happens next? Oh, it's all fake. And then you just start getting death threats in the mail. You know what I'm saying? You know? Because it's interesting. I heard some people talk about like Alex Jones when he first started making content. They're like, some of the stuff he's saying might be true. You know? And then it just kind of goes off the fucking rails. You know? So I don't understand why you bring up people like Alex Jones. Like, that's somebody that I'm 100% okay with censoring. Because that thing he did was fucked. Thing he did was fucked up, bro.
All these people who have tried to save freedom of speech, and Instagram took it down for violence. The uncomfortable truth is if I was a he, him, feminist soy boy, and I posted the same list of names and I just insulted them and called them all racist, Instagram would have kept it up.
Yeah, for sure. I can do that right now with whoever. You can do that with whoever the fuck you want. You could just call anybody. If I called like all the people love racist, Instagram wouldn't take it down. You know what I mean? Like, who's some of the people we like a lot that are bullshit? I don't think we like anybody a lot, but you get what I'm saying. Obama, racist. People wouldn't care. You know what I mean? Nobody. I mean, people might care, but Instagram wouldn't take it down. It's not the same thing.
But because I'm advocating for them, they say that I'm promoting violence. The censorship is right in front of your face right now. If you talk about COVID, they put a warning right at the bottom. If you have the wrong...
Yeah, I think actually I agree with that. See, that's the thing. That's the problem. Is that this idea he's saying is stupid. I'm going to explain to you why. I don't think that they ever should have removed the COVID misinformation stuff. I think that the responsible thing to do was to keep it up and then put a warning at the bottom where you could get the proper resources and proper education on what's actually going on rather than censoring the misinformation. So him being like, see, they put a warning at the bottom. Good, that's what they should do over censoring people. I think that makes more sense. Put a warning at the bottom. Hey, this is misinformation. Here's the educational resources you can get, but don't censor it, because this way, if you don't censor it, then the wild fucking conspiracy theorists don't have any more ammunition. I actually agree with that. So when he says like, oh, they'll put a thing at the bottom, good. That's what they should do. Over banning people. So why are you saying that that's the wrong thing to do? That's what they should do. There is right information and wrong information. COVID statistics are very objectively correct. Like peer research data from like thousands or more of scientists into collecting data. Like, that's what they should do. Like, what does it say? Like 1 million plus people have died in America alone to COVID? Right? And a lot of people are like, yeah, but they were miscalculating the statistics. I need you to understand the way in which we calculate COVID death rates. So you have an understanding. This is something that people should really understand. It's very simple. There's data, there's like actual data that backs, so I think the 50s. It's not forever because we haven't been collecting data for a long time. But in America, we have data infrastructure where it shows the general trends, how many people die on any given day, week, month, year. They compared the general amount of people who typically would die on the day, week, month, year, and they compared it when COVID started to who was actually dying. And we saw massive excess death rates. That's how they calculated it. They didn't go and say, like, what did they say in the hospital? It doesn't really matter what they report in the hospital. That's it, bro. So they're like, yeah, you know what? Fucking 300,000 people died more than we expected last year based on the last 50 years of research. How the fuck did that happen? Oh, it might be COVID, since that's the thing killing us right now. So, did Alex Jones actually come out and say Sandy Hook was 100% real and he was just trolling for views? Is that, well, hold on. Did he say that in court? Because it's possible that he said that as like some kind of a deflection to make him seem less crazed. I don't know. But okay, let's keep going.
Opinion about the election, they delete your video. They take down your channel. The misconception,
I don't know what he's specifically talking about with that.
That most people don't understand is they don't do this to protect us from misinformation. They do this to control the narrative. Wow. I've been wronged by Google. I've been wronged by my role.
Then how come you're suppressing the Brandon Buckingham information? Like, why aren't you speaking about that? It's a bad thing you did. You're saying that like there's that Google and whatnot is operating in a way to suppress information so that they can manipulate us. Well, then how come you're not talking about some of the really fucked up things that you did? It sounds like if Sneako was in the position that YouTube, like as like some kind of a YouTube upper person, you know, manager in some capacity, he would abuse the system based on the way that he interacts. I don't know.
Role models, my YouTube peers, but I've always attained the idea that what is real will prosper. Time will tell,
well, that's
and eventually people will understand where I'm coming from. What big tech and all these YouTube sellouts don't understand is that genuine human connection cannot be replaced by anything. Okay. I have an audience online now that you can't take away. And no matter what platform I go to, no matter how much they try to censor me, people will actively need the truth. I dedicated my entire life for YouTube. It was my dream when I was a kid. I
dedicated my entire life for YouTube? Well, you did it because you for yourself, no? And how many times let's be honest, how many times has Sneako gone after other content creators for attention, even though he was in the wrong? Like Brandon Buckingham, Mr. Beast, Keemstar, right? How many times has he done this? And every single time he gets smacked because he's wrong. He thinks he's correct when he goes after these people. And then he's like, oh, I was wrong. This is just another one on the list, brother. This isn't by the way, YouTubers aren't, this isn't a genuine connection. The people that I have in my audience, I love my audience. I think that they're great. This isn't a genuine connection, though. Like you don't actually know me, just like I don't actually know you. Genuine connections are ones that you touch, where you feel, where the pheromones are in the air. Those are the real, genuine human connections. Genuine human connections are more than just talking to people or see. It's a lot more. It's about closeness. I was at the doctor the other day because my wife and I had talked to a fertility doctor, and the doctor was talking some crazy shit, but it's true. She was like, "Yeah, you know, so your bodies will know when your wife's ovulating because the pheromones will get there. You'll get hornier." I was like, "God damn, she must always be ovulating then." Doctor didn't like that joke, but this is the thing. Those are the real connections. It's about it's more than just speech. It's about the interpretations of body language. These are genuine connections. Sorry, somebody said look behind me, that they're just genuinely connecting with me right now, so I got scared. You understand? It doesn't mean that like you guys aren't cool, or that I don't respect you or like you, and it doesn't mean that you guys don't like me or respect me. Obviously you do, but it's not the same as a genuine. I wouldn't use the word genuine. Genuine human connections are much deeper than what the fuck you're on about right now. Yeah, genuine human connection with these nuts in your mouth.
Dropped out of college to pursue it, but it's not going anywhere. Luckily, I have a backup. It's all here on this website, and all the live stream backups are on patreon.com/thesneako. Sign up for the creativity kit if you want to see my life's work and all the artistic videos that I poured my life into that YouTube tried to strip away. But
You're only 24 though. Like it's certainly not like your life. I mean, like you have plenty of life to live. Go get be an HVAC tech or something, you know?
I'm not going anywhere. Eventually, these frauds who are not only praying but celebrating my downfall will lose all of their fans when they eventually get exposed and they can't sleep at night because they know they're full of shit. I don't care that I'm banned. I'm not like...
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Okay. I already got exposed, bro. I lost my TikTok, so it is what it is. My penis is on the internet. It's already exposed, just like him. That was bad. I didn't like that Brandon leaked that. Even if it was on the internet already, draw attention to it. You know,
like these other YouTubers, I don't need validation. I don't need a million.
Yes, you do.
$1,000,000.
Yes, you do need validation. Let's be very clear. This motherfucker needs validation. Okay, because you notice how often he's talking about his. He always talks about his chat, talks about his audience, and then he will always ask his audience in streams, "What do you think? What do you think? What do you think?" That's all he cares about. All he cares about.
I need to be rich so that I can protect myself and keep speaking the truth. But what I care about is genuine human connection, is inspiring
Go outside then, brother.
people, is getting inspired, is sharing stories and being real. A lot of people don't know how to do that
As long as the stories align with him, keep that in mind.
now because social media extracts it away from you. I encourage you to sign up for my mailing list and also sign up for the creativity kit where I do 3 calls a week, and I also teach you all the tools you need to go viral on social media and start making money right now, because they're trying to program you and make you dumber. You're scrolling all day.
Guys, here, I'll give you the advice for free on how to make money. Unless you know exactly what you want to do in college. Here's my advice. If you know what you want to do and you need college to do it, go do that right now. Be motivated, be the best person you can, even if it's a saturated field. You don't know what the fuck you want to do. What you got to do is honestly think about a trade school. HVAC, mechanics, plumbing, shit like that. Carpentry. These are jobs that are very difficult to replace with technology. These are jobs that will last. Do those when you're young. If you want to change your career by 30, maybe you want to do something else, you'll have the money to do it. You didn't have to pay anything for that fucking advice. There you go, guys. That's your best shot at making money. You don't need somebody to teach you how to fucking lose money in crypto. Look at Boogie. He just lost his entire fucking life savings to crypto. Or at least he says that. You want to be that motherfucker? Nah, you don't want to be that guy. Go get a real job. You'll be happy. It might beat your body up a little bit. Wear knee pads. Don't be that guy that's like, I don't need to do that. Wear knee pads. I'm saying that as a man because I used to like not go to the doctor. I get strep throat. I'm not going to the doctor. And I just keep working out. Like I used to go to the gym a lot. Strong man. Started working out again today. Anyway, irrelevant. Be like, go get wear knee pads. Do that stuff. Tough jobs. Welding. Great. Thank you. Welding. Do that. Computer science. Absolutely. These are the jobs that are going to trend upwards. We're going to a computer generation. We're going to be there. A lot of jobs will be displaced. These trade jobs are too technical for a robot to do right now. So those are great jobs. It's the truth. There you go. You're going to make more money listening to my advice for free than you would ever by listening to Sneako. He's just going to tell you to invest money into bullshit. That's all it's going to be. Oh, go do crypto. Hey, go get a 401k or a Roth IRA. Don't know exactly what that is, but, do that. Okay? Being a fucking YouTuber is a pipe dream. And it's not consistent. Let me tell you, I'm 32 now, so it's difficult for me to change. Right now, I'm at a point where, like, if this disappeared for me, I'd go become a bus driver. And I would do well. Top pay right now is like $33 an hour for a bus driver. I don't give a fuck. I could drive a bus. That's what I used to do. But you're young. Do something else. That's in my area, by the way. I don't know how it is in your area. Right? But, like, I'm kind of too old. I feel a little too old to be going back to school and learning new shit. Maybe if you're 30, you might feel motivated. You could totally do it. When I was like 29, I was going back to school for computer science. I just feel like, I'm set in my ways. That's my retirement plan. Do this as much as I can. Maybe I'll pop off and it'll be awesome and I will never have to do that. But you know what? If it doesn't work out, I'm ready to be a bus driver. I'm going to go get my CDL. But do your thing, brother.
A drone, listening to these bullshit ass people feed you nothing.
That's what Sneako is trying to do to you.
You could sign up for my mailing list on this website, and you could also sign up for the creativity kit where I do 3 calls a week and also have a whole course teaching you how to make money on social media now.
Social media is bullshit. Learn how to make money on it right now. Like, what the fuck kind of message is this?
How to go viral, how to have a presence like this, and how to hack the algorithm.
You're not going to succeed, guys. Most of you won't succeed. First of all, you're not going to succeed with Sneako's advice. More than that, it's a fucking pipe dream. I just want you to understand that. You want to know why I'm popular on the internet? Because I luckily started posting during COVID and some people, my message resonated with people. You think that I'm unique? There's 100 fucking other people, 1,000 other people, 1,000,000 other people who could say what the fuck I'm saying right now too. We're all replaceable. I just got lucky during COVID for a mixture of reasons. I'm well-spoken, I'm charismatic, I'm articulate, and I'm intelligent. There's plenty of people that are just like me. But for whatever reason, my sound, my look, the content I was making resonated with people during COVID where everybody was fucking home watching content. And a ton of people got famous during COVID, and all of them have lost their fame. The fact that I'm still even financially able to maintain my shit is a fucking blessing. It's insane. I'm not even that I'm not even famous at any. I'm like a fucking I'm the fattest micro celebrity because I'm not micro myself except my penis. But I'm like a micro celebrity. Bullshit. I'm successful financially. I do well, but this like I'm an outlier. I got lucky, and it's luck. Don't make this your goal. And if you do, have a good backup. If you want to make content, make sure that you're also working towards a solid career. You can work as hard as you want. There are people who work harder than me. Guess what? They're not popular. Not for lack of trying, but because the conditions aren't set. The conditions aren't set for them. I got magical fucking conditions that made me popular. TikTok was one of them. The existence of TikTok. COVID. I would take it all back too, because my uncle passed away, and I love that man. He was like a father to me. I would take it all back tomorrow. But that's what happened. People were home. People were outraged. People were looking for, all this other shit. And it's just kind of snowballed. Yes, my advice is to go get a real job. Yes. That's the best advice anyone will ever give you. Go get a real fucking job. Yes. That's my advice. You're learning. Listen, you want some more advice? Dream jobs don't really exist for most people. When I was a kid, I had no fucking clue what I wanted to be. And they're like, what's your dream job? You should do that. I wish my guidance counselor said, I don't know what fucking dream job, but welders make a real good amount of money. I would have done that. Stop chasing a dream job. Most people don't really have a dream job. And your dream job is probably just staying home, jerking off, watching fucking porn. It's not a good job, by the way. Porn's bad for you. I still look at it, though. Can't help it. Okay? Your dream job probably doesn't exist. And that's okay. You don't have to have a dream job. You'll still be happy. If you make good money and you're respected at work, you'll make good money. And you'll be happy. Because then you could take that. You want to know what your dream might be? Your dream might be to play video games. Go make $40 an hour being a welder. Come home, play whatever fucking video game you want. Buy whatever computer you want. Build whatever computer you want. And guess what? Your job is going to stay around. There's more longevity to it. You don't have to stress out at all. You have your job pretty much. Hey, there you go. Be able to put in your retirement. You'll be able to retire with like fucking couple mil in the bank or whatever the fuck it is. Whatever those things. 401k, Roth IRAs. Right? Not everybody can do their dream job. And if somebody told me that when I was a kid, I would have been a much happier fucking man right now. I am pretty happy, but I would have been much happier not when I wasn't doing this. I'd be happier because that shit was fucking horrible when I used to work. It wasn't a horrible job. It's just the management kind of sucked dick. Some of the management, not all. I'm just saying, bro.
I did it so well, they had to ban me. For now, I'll be streaming at twitch.tv/Sneako Live. It's
Wow, I
no
won't
telling
check it
how
out.
long I'm going to last on that platform. I can't
I'm surprised Twitch didn't ban him, but
predict I'll
okay.
be there forever. That's why I implore you to sign up for my mailing list and also follow me on Instagram at Sneako.
Can you just ask me to follow your mailing list one more time, please?
But even then, I trust that even if I get banned off of every single one of these websites, you will still find me. I'm not going anywhere. And I'll end this video like I ended all of my streams. I'll say something that they don't want you to hear.
What's that?
Follow God, be safe.
You don't follow God. This is another problem I have with some of these manosphere motherfuckers. These guys will tell you that it's okay to cheat on your girlfriend, that you should get 20 fucking bitches, and you should make your life about making as much money as possible without caring who you step on. Because that's what that is what it is when you talk about like trying to get rich on like crypto and shit. You got banned on Twitch already? Got him. And they're like, follow God. Motherfucker, you are not following God. God is very much against what you are saying. And you want to know what's the fucking craziest thing? You know what? Is that the men of God, some of the stuff that they talk about the manosphere, there's an overlap. Here's the thing. There's an overlap. I'm going to do some paint because you guys have been asking for it. We got the manosphere, we'll call it the MOS. And we got right here, we got the man of God, the Mog. And you want to know what's so funny? Because there are issues with religion, but the religious people that I personally have met, this is what right here they talk about being a strong man. That's the message that's the overlap. Being a strong man. This is the only overlap, is advocating for strong men in the way that the manosphere advocates. But the rest of this manosphere shit is just sexist, dumb fuck bullshit about men getting as much pussy as possible and not being good for society. They don't give a fuck about being a good father. That's on the religious side. That's about being a good father, doing the shit you don't want to have to do, taking care of your family, taking care of your fucking friends. That's what those are the people you should be going and listening to. Go listen to the men of God find them because they're speaking a similar thing about strong men while not shitting on women relentlessly. Because they're not doing that. Not a single one of these motherfuckers would ever shit on their fucking wife like that. They're not doing that shit. They're grown. They're talking about how you need to respect people. These guys are bullshit with this man of God nonsense. That's what it is. There's a guy. Let me see if I can find him. During the whole Glenn and Cameron thing, that guy's a fucking predator. There's a guy named Anton Daniels. A guy named Anton Daniels. I believe. I haven't looked at a lot of his content. But Anton Daniels, this is a guy. This is like more of like a man of God. That seems like somebody that might be a better role model. I don't know him specifically, but I would urge you to go and look at those people over fucking manosphere people because they're not speaking any facts. I'm just saying. He's not a man of God. Maybe he's a spiritual guy. Stop referencing God.
Bob and weave all the haters. Ignore the distractions. Don't
Sign up
get
for my mailing
programmed.
list.
Be safe.
Okay, well, there you go. That was some vomit. Thank you so much. Some of the Mogs do beat their wives like real men. That's true. It's not all perfect. All I'm saying is that comparatively, the men of God are more respectful of women than the manosphere men, because at least they don't advocate for, cheating on your wives and whatnot, and all that other sexist bullshit. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching, and a special shout out to all my Patreon patrons, my YouTube members, and my Twitch subs. If you'd like to learn how you can contribute even more than you already are by simply watching the video, you can check the links down below, which will unlock a special feature depending on the platform that you subscribe to, such as Patreon here that will get your name right here on this wall. Thank you so much guys again for watching, and have a good one.